Hello. Welcome back to a Friday Hangout. Let me just check in here with Discord, make sure we're all set up since Restream has been trying to rug me today. Cool. Looks like we're good. So we've got another jam-packed Friday here with friends of YGG coming out with a new NFT minting platform with a little bit of a twist. So just before I bring Vero on here, I just want to remind everybody that if you want to claim your taco points, because this seems to be an issue from last stream. There we go. That's better. You got to come over here. You got to go to calendar and you got to make sure that you RSVP and then claim your points. Again, if you have a bug, feel free to reach out to me and I will manually give you your points. But yeah, you got to RSVP and claim. And sometimes this will not work if it is already live and during the stream. So guys, don't forget to check those out and claim your points because, as I said, we're gonna be using these very, very soon. So be sure to check that out and be sure to be ready. Cool. Okay, without further ado, Vero, welcome to the show, or should I say, welcome back.
Yeah, it's so great to be back with one YGG friends with a new opportunity and an exciting new thing to tell you about.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's not so often anymore that we see a new NFT minting platform pop up.
Yeah, we all kind of were like, minting NFTs isn't fun anymore. How can we make it fun? It used to be such a blast back in the day. And so we just really put our heads together and came up with LastMint. And I think it's a blast now. I have a good time with it. So I hope the YGG people really get into it like I am.
Yeah, and who better to have demo it than you yourself? So we will be doing a live demo, guys, a little bit later in stream after we give you all the juicy details and maybe pull a few leaks from Vero on what's going to be coming to the platform soon. But before we dive into that, I think we have a demo trailer from you, and we will play that, and then we will hear everything that LastMint is. Sound good?
Perfect. I love it.
Let's go.
Have you been waiting for something fresh on Solana? Check out LastMint, the NFT casino where every click could cash. Mint from hundreds of live collections or spin up your own in seconds. The art, set the rules, then watch the chaos that ensues. Minters mint for the art or to win jackpots. Either way, every click resets the clock and ups your chances of winning big. And when the timer hits zero, the pool detonates. Last one to mint gets the crown, runner-ups get their cut, and lucky minters walk away fat. But everyone, even the unlucky, gets a share of the pool. And LastMint is more than just degen mints. Weekly lotteries, free golden mints, infinite referral payouts, endless chaos. LastMint is always on. Are you?
There we go. So,
right.
Vero, what are we diving into? What is LastMint?
LastMint is an opportunity for you to play really a couple different ways. You can create collections in less than 60 seconds. There's no charge at this time to create collections, so why not? And then when people mint, you get a cut of the mint. Or you can do it the degen way and you can be the minter. And when you're the minter, the opportunity to win comes a lot of different ways. You can be early, you can be lucky, or you can be late or last. So how it works is that there is a prize pool that builds as everyone mints in that collection. And that prize pool is divided up according to the settings that the creator set. The person who gets the biggest amount is the person who mints last. And you might be like, well, Vero, 8 o'clock UTC on September 22nd, everybody knows the last moment. But no, that's not how it works. Here's the fun part. You set a timer, and every time someone mints, the timer resets. And as the mints go on, the timer gets shorter and shorter and shorter. So if you're the one who's awake at 3 o'clock in the morning and that's when a bunch of other people are asleep and you hit it and you're the last minter, you get the biggest prize. Runners up also get more prize. So there's this opportunity to time it to try to be at the very end of any mint that's getting ready to close. But you can't bot it because the timer resets. So you have to be right there when it's just closing, when no one else is looking at it. And as the timer gets shorter and shorter and shorter, the opportunity gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
So you guys are essentially like gamifying NFT minting in a way.
Yeah, and it's really fun because you'll see the timer get down really low and it's like, oh my gosh, am I going to be the last minter? And then 5 people mint and it resets the timer. So it can be a lot of excitement and a lot of fun, but each time someone mints, the price goes up by a little bit also. So as the price keeps climbing up and the timer then resets and resets and resets, but also gets shorter, there's this whole dynamic of who's going to be the last minter, who is going to be the runner-up minters.
And I guess that's kind of where the name LastMint comes from.
Exactly. Exactly. And then the cool thing is if you mint early and the mint runs, then because the pool gets bigger, your share of an early mint can be higher. And we have jackpots that randomly show up. So you can get a 2x, a 5x, or a 10x at any point. So let's say you put in 0.01 SOL. You mint at 0.01 SOL, but then you get a 10x jackpot. That means when the collection closes and you redeem your NFT, you get 10 times your prize.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's a super fun thing to have happen. And if you get really lucky and your 10x is a last minter or a runner-up minter, then your prize is fat.
I love that. That is very cool. So again, it's kind of this gamification as well as adding a layer of excitement because, like, again, we're not so much in the NFT mania like we used to be, which was like, fairly exciting, a little bit nail biting too, because you're like, oh no, am I going to get in on this mint? Am I going to have a whitelist or anything like that? So that was, exciting in itself, but also a little bit nail biting. So you guys are trying to really bring that kind of feeling back, but also making sure that it's fun and that people kind of know the stakes out the gate instead of, worrying that bots are going to take up all the spots and just buy everything.
Exactly. And what is really cool is that every single NFT you mint on LastMint has a redemption value. Now, it might not be 100% of what you put in. Okay, maybe you get back, 80% of what you put in. So you take a chance. You mint and you hope to be the last minter. You're not a last minter. Okay, you might not get all your money back, but you get something back. Every NFT has a redemption value. And the only caveat to that is that gold mints are different. We'll talk about that in a minute. But gold mints are free mints, so of course we can't give everybody something on a free mint. But there are prizes that go with golden mints too. So if you mint on LastMint and you don't get a big prize, or you do get a big prize, you redeem and you get some money back, or you get more than you put in, and you try it again.
Yeah, that's the whole fun of it, right?
Yeah, that's the fun of it, is looking at a collection and saying, do I think a lot of people are going to mint this one? And if they do I want to be early, or do I want to keep an eye on it and try to be the last minter? Maybe I want to be both. Maybe I'm going to really give this one a shot. And the thing is that creators, artists can come on here and use this for marketing as well. I don't know how many of your YGG people are collection creators, but you can launch a collection on LastMint in less than 60 seconds. It's super fun. We'll do it in a minute. And you can use it as marketing to your communities. You can say, hey, anybody who mints a rare on my collection on LastMint, you'll get an extra prize, or turn it in and I'll give you, an IRL experience of some kind. There's so much creativity you can use. You can use the system of LastMint to reach out, to do marketing, to build your communities, to reward prizes. We had the DGen device. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a device that it's for managing your crypto. And what we did there is they put up a DGen device. They're like $600. And we ran a LastMint, and everybody who minted sent their NFT into DGen, and then there was a raffle, and the person who won the raffle got a free DGen device.
Wow, so essentially they won pretty big then.
Yeah, like $600 and something, and I think the ticket was something about $8 or $10, something like that.
Mhm.
So it worked out for that person for sure. And then we gave DGen a way to advertise their device, reach out to new people. So there's lots of different ways to do LastMint, and I'm just excited to see how all those super creative people out there figure out how to use LastMint in creative ways, like we're doing with YGG this week, or next week rather.
Yeah, well, that's it, right? We're cooking up some exciting things to go on, which we'll talk about a little bit later, maybe when we're doing the live demo, or talking a little bit more about the how to play portion of it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I always bring the fun stuff, right? Every time I show up with YGG, I've got fun stuff to share. So I'm excited to talk about that later.
That's it. That's it. So let's dive a little bit more into the mechanics, and I'm not sure if we want to dive into the live demo now so we can talk about it, or if we just want to talk about the mechanics first.
Let's dive in, because I think a show and tell is a little easier for people to follow along with, don't you?
Yep. I always
Okay.
I always like to show it, we don't need to stick to the agenda to a T.
All right. Well, I have whenever you have my screen up, I have the LastMint site ready to go.
It is up. You
Okay,
are
cool.
center stage.
Nice. So you can see I'm in my LastMint account, and you can see here that we've got this banner across the top that shows you some extra special stuff that's happening right now. You can see that there's a free mint right here happening, and we've got a collab with Honeyland happening where people can mint in HXD. So that's those are two special highlighted mints. But when you scroll down here, we'll go past the leaderboards. We don't talk about that just now. You can see some of the collections that are live right now. And like this one right here, I did this morning. I started this Galaga. I love Galaga from back in the day. So I decided to start a mint here that we'd have as an example. So if you wanted to get in on this mint, you just log in with your Solana wallet, make sure you're connected. You hit this mint button, and I'll just do it right now. We can see how that goes. It's super fast. It takes like 3 seconds to mint. There we go. See how fast that was?
And
Not
now
even 3
now
seconds.
you're up top.
Now I am the last minter. That's what this yellow crown shows, and then I'm also a runner-up minter. That's what this little blue greenish icon shows. So let me
Oh, okay.
yeah. So right now, if this ended, I would get both of these prizes. Now again, I just threw this one up here so I'd have an example for our demo. But let me go to one that has been going for a while. How about this one? So this one is by LastMinter, and this is a Dino Buddy cards. And I'm not sure what the whole deal is because I've never looked at it, but you can see we've had 17 minters. And let me see if this will scroll down for me. Yeah. So they're minting at 0.015, and the first person who minted would get 0.11 or 0.011, sorry. So they almost would get all their money back being an early minter. But if as soon as you get into being a runner-up, you're making profit. And if you're the last minter at this moment, if this closed right now, that person would get 0.037 Solana because they're the last minter.
Yeah, which is
So they
more than
basically
a
double the money.
2x. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And this is just a smaller, version of it. We have some of them that go hundreds of mints, and so it's way down the road right now. I don't think we have any that are running right now. But let's look at this gold collection. Gold collections are the free mints. So right now what we have is a 20,000 Tensor token free mint, which means anybody can go in and mint this right now. They get a free mint. They only pay gas on Solana, so it's not ridiculous. And then we see what happens. The reset timer is down to 30 minutes right now. So this person, White Bear D, just minted. That's because now right above the free mint thing, it says the timer's at 29 minutes and 40 seconds right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if this was down around 1 minute, you would see me minting right now as to try to be that last minter. But I'm not. I would wait and watch it so that I don't want to mint right now. I want to wait. Now on this also, up above the prize pool on the right side, you can see remaining 0 of 150. There were 150 jackpot prizes in this free collection where people actually earned some Tensor. And let me see if I can scroll down to one, because they were earlier. You had to
There's a
jump,
lot of mints in this one.
right? Over 3,000. And maybe I have one. Let me see if I can do this a faster way. I think I got in on this one. My NFTs. Let's see what it says. Sorry, the restream is covering up part of my screen, so I can't. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, so see how this one was a gold mint?
Yes.
That means I got the prize. So I got 80. I got 80 Tensor tokens, which was worth $10 almost.
That's pretty good considering
Right?
it's free.
Considering it's free. And in this wallet, I know you can't see my wallet, but in this wallet that I'm using for this this demo is where I connect to LastMint all the time. And I have $65 in Metaplex tokens that I won the other day.
Oh, cool.
On a free mint. Yeah, I mean, we've got these really cool golden mints going on, and because I love to bring the fun stuff, we're going to have at least one golden mint next week during the YGG special collab. So everybody on this call and everybody who listens to it later, be sure you tune in next week, because you can mint for free and you too can win some prizes like this one right here. This Tensor has a $2,500 prize pool, and it's free other than gas to mint.
So you just need a little tiny bit of Solana in your wallet, and obviously it's on Solana, it's not on Ethereum, right? So gas fees are going to be very, very low. So
Yes.
this is a good way to kind of fatten up your Solana wallet in a sense. And like you said, maybe you take some of that, jackpot prize pool and you roll it over into one of these other mints to try and be that #1 minter, and you could probably snowball a wallet if you like to live dangerously.
Exactly. It really is for someone who can pay attention to it. Like, you got to keep an eye on this stuff to see what's closing soon. You've got to, see which ones are hot and which ones aren't. If you come down here to collections, you can say ending soon and see what's going on. So here's another demo that I made earlier, and it's ending in 39 minutes. And here's that gold collection we were just looking at, right? It's at 29 minutes. So somebody just minted again. And it's like, if you can keep an eye on this, and if it gets down there and you are right there, the person, I mean, we've had a couple gold mints that I've been in on, and they closed while I was sleeping. I'm like, I have to sleep. Give me a break. But they closed while I was sleeping, and people got like, one person got $1,000.
Wow.
For being awake.
And so does that timer eventually get shorter and shorter, or is it always like 30 minutes when it resets?
It can get shorter and shorter and shorter. It's based on how many people have minted. So it might have started out at 6 hours, and it's been getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So now it's down to half an hour. That's pretty short, actually. But it can get down to like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then you're like, everybody, no one sleep.
So that could be a thing. You could be waiting for like 30 minutes, but maybe a bunch of people just kind of reset it all of a sudden because they're super excited. And then the timer goes to 5 minutes. And I guess if you're not paying attention, you could lose out there, right?
Right. Like this one here, this Metaplex Gold Mint #1. This is our top mint that we've done. And the reset timer was down to 40 minutes. It ended at 44:13 in the morning. I was asleep. I remember waking up and going, I was sleeping. Because here I tried 27 times to be the last minter on this one. Yeah. I minted 27 times.
I love how it's got statistics too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and look, you had 2 jackpots on that.
That's right. That's why I have, what did I say earlier? $60 worth of Metaplex token in my account?
Something like that, yeah.
$64.29 is what it's worth right now, and it's down a little today. So it was worth like $70 yesterday from that. I didn't buy Metaplex. I won it here.
It's a good way. And then technically you could roll it into Solana, or you could hold it, and you never know. Some of these tokens just pop off, right? You could come back and it could be double, triple, 10x. Well, you never know.
Since it's basically free tokens to me and it diversifies my portfolio, I tend to hold on to these other tokens and just see what happens. Mm-hmm. Also, they're collabs. So I like to diamond hand collabs. I feel like it's polite to diamond hand collabs. So I don't need it for my my grocery bill this week, I think I can let it roll, and I'm glad I did, because I think it's gone up a lot since I've been holding it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll hit the bear bull market,
Please, please.
and they'll go up big. But yeah, very, very cool. I love the idea of jackpots here, and the golden ticket where, you know, if you don't have anything, you can watch out for these and jump in and try and win or get some jackpots, especially if early, right? Like if there's only 150, it really pays to know when these golden tickets are going to be coming up and available, and, you know, trying your best at getting in some of those jackpots.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Because, you know, if let's say we have a gold mint, I think one of them I was just looking at, we had a gold mint and there were 150 jackpots in that gold mint. You want to be minting right away, because they, you know, they might have a 10% chance of getting a gold mint. Okay. Say 1,500 people mint. You want to be in that first group of 1,500 people to grab that. And then the game becomes not trying to get a gold or to get the jackpot ticket. The game becomes who's going to be that last minter. Who's going to be that last minter? And that's why this one up here at the top for Tenzer, this has been going on for a while. I don't know how long, but let me just see if I can get it to pull up my mints here, and we can see, because I was early on this one, if I recall correctly. Let's see.
Yeah, it's September 11th, right?
Yeah. So it's been going on for over a week, right?
Yeah.
And trying to be that last minter. I remember on this one not that long ago, right before I went to bed one night, the timer was down to something like 10 minutes. So I minted like 10 in a row, hoping it would close and I would be the last minter and the runner-up. It didn't work. Should we make a collection?
I was just going to actually ask that. We've got my friend Johnny here, our resident meme lord. He's asking, can small content creators deploy their own NFT collections on LastMint? And I know the answer is yes. But before we dive into that, I think right now is a good. So you guys have a forum going on, and this is actually for verified creators.
Yes.
So how does that work?
Yeah, let's talk about that a second. So what we have is called verified creators, and you want to be a verified creator. And because I always bring you goodies, I'm going to save you an entire Solana token right now, which is like $250. I'm going to save that. I'm going to give you a freebie. YGG folks, you fill out the form, and where it says to give your SolScan link to prove you paid the 1 Solana, you don't have to do that. What you need to do is just put in there your YGG guild name, and we're going to give you that for free. Become a verified creator. What's the benefit of being a verified creator? One of the best benefits of being a verified creator is you get 4 times the referral money. When you refer people to LastMint, you normally get 0.05% of anything they mint. Well, as a verified creator, you're going to get 2% of anything they mint.
That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference because, you know, we want to reward those people who join in early, who support the growth of the project, and that's one of the ways to do it. So you really want to build that referral tree, and you want to be a verified creator when you do it. So make sure you fill out my form and put your YGG guild name in that spot where it's telling you to prove you paid us 1 Solana, and I'll give it to you for free right now.
There you guys go. So I'm going to leave that form up just for a little bit. We are going to be posting it in the Discord and a few other places as well, so don't fret. And I believe there is a guild leader form, so if your guild leader hasn't filled out that form, maybe you should get on their butt.
That's right. You really want your guild. Should we talk about what's coming up next week? Is now the right time to do that?
Maybe, yeah. Let's just switch gears before we dive into how to mint a collection. But yeah, let's talk about the collab and everything that's going on because it's very, very exciting.
Yes. Well, you know, we love our YGG folks, and we want to connect with you in all the different ways we can. So we've come up with this idea of how to, for you, your guild, actually, to have a chance at $500. So what's going to happen starting next week, starting on Monday, you will have a referral code from your guild leader. You want to use that the first time you sign up to LastMint. The first time you visit the site, use the link or put in the code. So your guild gets credit for anything you do on LastMint. And then once you sign up there for a whole week, every single mint you do will give you points for your guild. And at the end of the week, the guild with the most points gets $500. All the bragging rights, of course, that too. And we're even creating a leaderboard just for YGG. You'll find that starting on Monday at lastmint.fun/YGG, where you can go and check out and see who's in the lead, who's got the best shot at that $500. And this is where the gold mint comes in. We will have at least one gold mint for you next week, meaning you can blast your minting on that. You only pay gas, and every single time you mint, your guild gets points.
It's time for a little bit of a minting guild war here next week. Let's see. I'm interested to see, out of all of our big guilds, or maybe even our smaller guilds, who's going to come out on top, right?
Yeah, I want to see who can bring it, who can really rally everybody together to come along. And even if you just participate in the gold mints, right? If you can get all your guild people to blast those gold mints, paying the gas, you can make some points very fast by doing that. And somebody's going to be the last minter. Somebody's going to be the runner-up minters. Somebody's going to get the 2x, 5x, and 10x jackpots. And it could be you.
It could be. So let's see. I see my boy Ninja in here from Piff. So my dude Ninja, you might have to go hit up your guild leader and ask him what's going on. Right? I know we've got some big whales and at AXU. Where's my boys from BBG? All these other guys here. Hoping to see them. Hoping to see some interesting names on the leaderboards here. But again, we'll have all of those details not only in a post, but I think, Vero, have you talked to Sam? Are we putting something together on the YGG website itself, like a little quest too? Is that something?
I believe this is part of your new questing system, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me.
Yeah, we'll have all the details. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on the website, but again, we'll see it. We'll have all the details next week, 100%.
I would love to see like the guilds just battle it out to try to be the last minter and get that timer way down really fast so that we.
Well, that's the big thing, right? Is every time somebody mints and it's a free, right? If it's a golden ticket one, like that timer, technically, if people are battling it out, should go down like really, really quick, right?
I mean, it depends on the settings, and Corey is in charge of the settings, so I can't say for sure, but I think it's highly likely if you get thousands of mints going that timer is going to drop. And I mean, I'm just thinking about the number of times I've just opened up my laptop in the middle of the night just to see if anything's close to grab. It is super fun. It is super fun.
It really reminds me like, there's certain auction platforms that do similar things. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. That have done stuff like this too, where it's the timer always resets if there's another bid in there. And it's very exciting, right? It's very gamified. They know that it gets a dopamine rush or something going on in people's heads. So it's kind of addictive in a sense, right? It's exciting, right? You want to also win.
Yeah, and especially if you know the people that you're going up against. I mean, you guys have heard Corey, of course. The YGG people are familiar with Corey and Hevel and folks from the Honeyland community, and it's like, oh man, Corey came online. I almost had it.
Exactly.
So you can get kind of little rivalries going on, and
well, especially the fact that the names are clearly displayed right on it. You know who you're up against. You can be like, oh man, it's LastMinter. This guy's like, he's a true degen. He's sitting at the computer with nothing better to do. He's gonna be watching it.
Do you see the middle of my screen? I don't know if you can see my cursor, but the middle of the screen right now where it says leaderboards, Big Daddy. I mean, come on, Big Daddy. He's winning. He's fierce.
He's a true degen.
Yeah, see, he's right in there. He's right in there. So you can see what people do. You can see the collections that he's created. I'm assuming he's a dude. Here it is, all these different collections. This one right here went on forever. This was one of the most exciting early ones. So this was 466 mints, which, isn't a huge number, but people were paying for every single mint on this one. This wasn't a free one. And
that's a hefty prize pool.
Almost 5 Solana prize pool. And so the winner, Mr. Boss, had a 2x jackpot and was the last minter and got half a soul.
Wow.
And then here's Corey sneaking in. See, then you look at this. Here's Corey. He had a 2x, but he was only a runner-up. He wasn't the absolute last minter, so he only got 0.06.
Now, does that 0.06 include the 2x, or is the 2x after it?
That's actually a really good question because for some reason it's not showing. Let me click on it and see what happens. There's lots of, see how you can go deeper and deeper into the stats and get all. So he had a redemption value of 0.06. He was the runner-up. I am not 100% sure on that one. You caught me on a question I can't answer because these guys got the 0.06 too. So that seems strange to me.
I'm thinking it's not calculating it because
that does not seem like it was in there. Because this 2x that's outside of the top last minters was 0.011. And I just noticed we just added this in, right? Now you can hover over it to get an approximate USD value. That's cool. That's a new feature. I haven't seen that yet. We're making lots of improvements because it's a new platform, right? So we're always adding new stuff in.
Yeah, especially if you see stuff. I'm wondering if Big Daddy is one of our friends of YGG, because I know there is a guy that calls himself Big Daddy.
Really?
And he is a whale, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be. So here in the leaderboards, we have the user mints, we have the creator mints. This is that degen one I was telling you about, where the degen device, we minted out that. That was fun. That was our first IRL last
prize. Yeah.
Yeah. First one. So that was, the prize pool was 11 Solana on the first one.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that last minter got a whole soul there, which is pretty crazy.
Right? And they, had, I think the last minter also got the device. And there was a raffle for another one. I don't remember the exact details of it. But yeah, that was super fun. We set that up with the degen community. And we've got a Honeyland one now. This one's still it's closed. It just closed the other day. 220,000 HX. That's $1,000 prize pool right there. Wow. And I think that was a free mint too. I don't remember. There's so many of them, I lose track. But what was I trying to say? Oh, the other thing that's cool that we just started is now, when we first started LastMint, you could only mint in Solana, and now you can mint in 7 or 8 different tokens. So I'll show you that when we decide to look at creating a collection.
Well, why don't we dive into that right now? Because I know Johnny's patiently waiting. And maybe who knows, Johnny, who's our resident meme creator, maybe he's thinking about creating a meme collection.
So I need an image. Where am I going to get an image from?
Oh, let's see. Am I able to drop images into this?
Where can we get a good image?
I was gonna say we should use QB, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to send a picture of QB out. Let me see if I can find on Twitter, on the YGG Twitter, if we can do something. Actually, you know what? I am just gonna send you. I'm pretty sure I have you on Discord.
Or you could send it to me on Telegram.
Okay.
In our group on Telegram.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture. I am going to send you a picture of Ronald, which is my avatar.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect.
That should work. If I can find a picture of him in my huge trove of pictures.
Yeah, I know how that goes. And I'm trying to figure out where I should save it to make this easy. Okay, I'm ready to save it, and then we'll show you how to do it.
I am trying to see if I
Having the image, for me, the image is the most time consuming part, because I'm not really an artist, so I have to round something up, but for artists who already have images ready to go and they want to mint them as NFTs, you literally can create a collection in 60 seconds and have your art out in the world. You can have attributes. You can have, what am I trying to say? You can have rarities of different, what's that word? I can't believe I'm having a brain blank. Where you get a common and uncommon. What's that word?
rarity.
Rarity. Thank you. My goodness. You can put up different rarities. I'll show you how to do that. And it's a wonderful opportunity for artists to get their art out in front of new people and to show the world what they're up to and create new collections so fast and at no cost.
Okay, let's see if this is gonna work.
Okay.
It is not the best image.
That's all right.
But
This is just our test one.
Exactly. So I'm going to send that in there.
Okay. It might be too small, but let's see if it'll work. Let's just check this out.
I will try and find a better image in the meantime. That was just quickly off my phone. I know on the computer.
Okay.
And obviously we can use GIFs as well, right? You can have
Yes, you
animated
can.
stuff.
You can. And there's some creative things about that too. Okay, so I'm going to try loading up that image and see if it works. Let's see if it'll take it. If it takes it, we're good to go. Okay, it looks like it's working. Are you sharing my screen?
I am 100%. So
Okay.
There you go. You drop
All right,
that in
so
there.
there he is. Now, there's all kinds of things you can do. Let's say we had 3 different colors of this guy and we added them as new variants. Then we could set the minting chance of each one. So let's say we said that the orange one was a very high opportunity, and then there's a green one, and the green is very low. And you said to your people that you already have in your community, okay, anybody who mints a green one, you send it to me and I'll send you $5, or, I'll draw you a little picture, or whatever as an artist you want to do. You can do stuff like that, right? You can be creative. So which token do we want to mint in? See all the different tokens you can mint in?
You got all the big ones there. You got Sol, you got USD. I love how you have Pengu there as well.
Mm-hmm. Bonk. Let's just stick with Sol because I know I have it in my wallet and it'll all work out.
Yep.
Now, the minimum that you can do is 0.01 Sol. So we're going to do the minimum. And what's this guy's name?
His name's Ronald.
Like that?
Ronald Pump. Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you could put a description in. You don't have to. If you wanted to start it later, like you have a promotion you're doing and you want it to start at a certain time, you can do that. You can set a timer on it.
So when you set the start later, does it still show up? Like you build hype with it?
Yes. Yes.
Got it. Cool.
Now here's the minting mode. You can see chill, spicy, degen, or you only live once. Now, if you click on this arrow, I don't know if everybody saw me do that. You click on that arrow, then you can tweak this stuff. So you can watch what happens when I hit spicy. See how it changes? Degen and YOLO.
So those are kind of like preset ones if people don't know what they want to tweak to, essentially.
That's right. But you see, YOLO, the reset timer starts at 10 minutes. So hello, right? Whereas chill, the reset timer starts at 3 hours.
Got it. So there's it depends on how like quick you want these things to run. Like YOLO might be like, okay, I want this to end very quickly or have a real sense of urgency.
Yes.
Versus chill is exactly what it is.
Exactly. So you can see here, you can set the price increase rate of how fast the price goes up for each mint, right? So that's 1% is the highest.
Yeah.
Each mint makes it go up based on this. The last minter share is a percent. So how much does does the last minter get 10% of the prize pool or down to 1% of the prize pool?
Yeah.
I like to set it where the last minter gets a lot because for me that's fun. The numbers of runner-ups that also get some of the pool, you can set it up to 100, get a percentage of the pool, or down to 1. I usually set it at something like 5. And how much the runners up split, I always leave that at 10% because I want people to have to get a good prize as a runner up.
Yeah.
And then the reset timer, you decide. So what do you want me to set these for your Ronald?
Let's see. What should we set this at? Let's ask chat, guys. What do you guys want? Chat, what are we doing? Are we feeling spicy? YOLO? What do you guys see? Let's see in chat.
I'm just going through them so people can see how they change. And we can slide them around too.
I'm getting some spices.
Okay. Spicy's good because that's an 1.5-hour reset timer. Now, next week, when you are all creating your own collections, you want to think about this because you're rewarded for the number of mints. The number of mints. So you might not want to do too many YOLOs because then they might close pretty fast. I don't know. You have to decide because not only are you doing your guild competition, you're also trying to earn some money yourselves, right? Because creators get paid. You get a percent. I think it's 0.05 of the total mints of the prize pool. I think that's what it is right now, and you also get your referral money. Okay, so here, if you are a creator, don't forget to add your stuff. So people can follow you on Discord and Instagram and Twitter and Telegram and your website. You don't have to put anything here. But if you're a creator, if you're an artist trying to get your work out in the world, make sure you fill this part in. Now down here at the very bottom, I always buy the first minted NFT because in case it runs, right? If it gets thousands of mints, I want to have that first NFT in my pocket because I will have paid the least amount for it, and the redemption value will have a good chance of having gone up quite a lot. So why not? If you all are out there being degens and making things that are not safe for work, you got to click the button. Do we have to have a little talk about that? I don't think so.
I think our community knows.
You're clear on that one? Yeah. Oh, what did we decide of the settings?
It's a unanimous spicy.
Spicy. Perfect. Okay, so that means the price will go up by 0.25% for each mint. The last minter will get 8% of the prize pool. There will be 6 runners up, and they'll share 10% of the prize pool, and it'll reset every 90 minutes. Every time somebody mints, the timer goes back to 90 minutes to start. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Do you want to put in any of your socials, or we're just doing this as an example, so we're skipping that piece?
We'll just use it as an example until one's actually good. I think I'll be coming back next week with maybe a QB variation.
Yes, and remember, if you want, you can have variants, right, of different colors and different this and different that. So, okay, just got to log into my wallet, unlock that. Confirm the transaction. Boom. You've got a collection.
As easy as that.
How fun, right?
Nothing to it. So now that's going to be...
There you
right
are.
there.
There you are. Let's go to open it up. And I'm the only minter right now.
Obviously.
I'm also the last minter.
Yeah.
And you see that right now, if this closed, I would get 0.008 of my 0.01 that I paid. So you get almost all of it back.
Yeah, it's you're technically losing a very, very, very small amount. So there's almost no risk to like just popping off collections and seeing what sticks.
Well, if you're just popping off, here's the thing, right? If I was an artist, I wish I was. If I was an artist, I would be making collections all the time. Because right now it's free to make a collection. You just pay the gas. If you buy the first one, you pay for that. Okay, but you've got the redemption value. And who knows? Who knows? We never know what's going to happen. That's part of the fun, is you never know what's going to happen.
I'm really I'm really, yeah, I was just gonna say I'm really impressed by that one because
Let's
that's
go on this one because this person is doing something cool. Oh, it's Big Daddy. Oh no, Solana King is the one that did it. And
but
Big
big.
Daddy, here's Big Daddy early in the thing. Now see how this is showing as a GIF? I think this is such a smart idea. Somebody else did this the other day, and I was like, that is so smart. Let me get this to scroll down. So what they did is they have all these different rarities that you maybe get. Like, see how this bottom one, you have almost a 30% chance of getting that one, whereas you have such a low chance of getting the ones with the blue background. But then what they did is they made a GIF of all of them and made it as one of the variants. So then when you have the overall screen showing, you see this GIF.
Yeah, I
See how
love
it
that,
stands out?
and it looks like they're kind of like promoting one of their, like, what is that, a game? I
Let's
think it's
see.
a game.
So now we're going to go to the about section. Let me scroll down here. Welcome to Soul Arena. Snake evolved for Web 3. Dive into fast-paced battles, outmaneuver your rivals, and race to collect and extract. No chill or risk losing it all. Now, I'm not familiar with this project, so I'm thinking what you're saying is true. They didn't put their website information. So remember how I said if you're a creator, you want to make sure you put your website information so we can click through. They didn't put that in. So I'm not 100% sure what this project is.
Who
But
knows? Maybe they're just seeing if they can get some footing. Maybe they're just raising some capital.
we're minting this one right now because I don't know, that just seems like something cool's happening there. So I'm minting. I want to be early on that one.
Well, kind of. If Big Daddy is indicative of anything, who knows? Maybe he's a backer of Solana King.
Something's going on. Yeah, something's going on. So that's that one. What else? What else should we go through?
I'm really impressed with that. Honestly, that's super cool. I might have to play around with it. I've made a few NFT collections myself, and I like this idea. It's very cool.
Thanks. You know, one of the things we thought about is there's the different people that participate in anything, right? And right now we have the people who are degens who are like, "Ooh, I want to be the last minter, and I'm going to stay up and I'm going to be watching it while I'm working and keeping an eye on things." Those people. Then we have the people like you just expressed. I've made some NFT collections. Well, how much easier does it get to make an NFT collection than this? Right? It's super fast. You have all kinds of flexibility, and you can incentivize your collectors to do certain behaviors based on the rarities they get. All of these are also, let's go back to your collection. All of these are also, you can trade them on the secondary market.
Yeah, so if you don't redeem it, I'm guessing, because if you redeem it, it burns the NFT, or
Yeah, so right now, hang on, let me figure out where that button is because I haven't looked. Oh, see here, right here? Magic Eden and Tensor.
got it.
Right now, I could sell that one that I just bought. It's already an NFT, so I could sell this to you. And when the collection ends, I can redeem it or hang on to it. Either way.
Oh, okay. So like if it's I don't know, let's say it was that degen device, right? And for whatever
Yeah.
reason, let's say I have it or I don't want to use it, I could sell that NFT as a voucher or whatever, and then whoever I sell it to could then use that voucher, redeem it, or claim the physical item with it instead of
Yeah.
me.
That one was complex because it was a physical item worth over $600. So there were rules involved in it that was different. So
Okay.
that one's kind of not the best example to use, but let's just use your Ronald one. Let's say that you had some kind of an incentivization on X where you said, look, go mint my LastMint collection. And if you get the really rare one, that's the red one, you can, trade it in and I'll send you a drawing in the mail, something like that. Or maybe you say, I've got 5 collections on LastMint. If somebody has, the rare one from all 5 collections, they get to have a live stream with me and I'll teach you how to draw for an hour. Well, let's say somebody's got 4 of the rare ones and they're like, I can't get the last one. Well, they go on Tensor and someone's selling one of the rare ones who doesn't care to collect all 5. You buy the last rare one you need and then you have your whole package.
Got it. So there's tons of ways to kind of run with this.
Well,
And
I mean, like I said, I'm not an artist, but I've had an art. I used to own an art gallery, and I love art, and I love artists as people. They're just that creative energy is exciting to me, and I'm just waiting for them to go, oh, and then start using LastMint in ways that I haven't even thought of.
well, that's it. Like now, even with like AI and stuff, you can have an idea and generate art a little bit, even if you're not like the biggest artist, but you have
Yes,
ideas. So there's options in here, right?
right.
You've taken out all the friction of figuring out how to do the blockchain side of it. Now people can really focus on the art and then go from there.
That's really I just love how you said that because it's really, 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 really the situation. We have taken all the friction out of creating your collection. Just during this little chat, we made your Ronald collection. It's now available on Tensor. And I think it's also on Magic Eden. I haven't checked the Magic Eden page, but I think it's also on Magic Eden. So somebody who wants to mint NFTs for whatever use, can use the LastMint platform to make them. And then they're out in the world. They're NFTs.
Yeah, you
Use
don't
them.
necessarily need to, like, for whatever reason, if you don't want to use like the gamified portion of it, I guess you could kind of skirt that, right?
You can turn down the how fast the price goes up, in the settings. You can make it so that the last minter prize isn't as high. You can adjust things. And for me, that's one of the most exciting parts of it, Last Mint, is that people get to sit down and go, here is a tool. Here's a tool I can use to market my goods, my creativity, my excitement, my new game to the world. Because these are NFTs. You can use this to make the NFTs that you're using in other projects.
So we have a good question here from EOG. He's asking like, so all collections technically could be not unique. Like, so how do you know if the NFT art is fake or stolen from somebody else? Like the IP is actually their IP. They're not just posting someone else's art and trying to profit off of it, which is I think something that's been a big problem in the NFT space, even before LastMint, like from the beginning.
Yeah, that is a thing. And of course, anybody reporting that stuff, we would follow up on it. You can't monitor everything immediately, but I don't have a good answer to that question.
I think it really circles back to like just in general within the space is you've got to look at who's creating it. Hopefully they've got socials or various other things. And then, you've got to do your own research to verify it, right? And be diligent and see who's creating it. So obviously that Ronald collection right now, it's got your name, you've got a check mark next to it, and then anybody could come and look on stream and realize that we created it during stream, so it's legit, right? The one for Solana King, like for all we know, because he didn't put any socials, maybe he's just ripped another project, right? You never know.
Yeah, that's where it does help to have that verified creator badge that we were talking about earlier, that filling out the form, becoming a verified creator, and having that, because then you have that verified creator check mark. So it gives you more legitimacy in the space. Frankly.
Exactly. And then people can obviously hop in your Discord if you have a Discord or whatever.
Exactly.
And again, like it's that whole thing that, even though somebody's verified doesn't give them a 100% chance, but it's a lot less likely that they're ripping other people's stuff, right? So it always comes back to anything within the space is play safe, do your own research, and have fun, but be safe with it, right?
Exactly. And for a lot of people, they're going to be doing LastMint for the stuff that is controllable by the LastMint site, right? The distribution of the prizes that we have on the LastMint site. So the LastMinter share of the prize pool, the runner-up share of the prize pool, the redemption value of the NFT, all that's controlled by us, right? It's when people want to use the site to make promises outside of the site. Like the DGen device, they're making a promise they're going to give away a device worth over $600. Well, we collabed with them, so we knew they were legit. Mm-hmm. But You don't know that we know that they're legit, right? 100%. So that's where you have to be cautious, of course. But within the LastMint site, that's all on chain. It's all in the blockchain contract.
Exactly. So is there I see there's a little chat icon, but is there like a report feature built into it? Like let's say I see somebody that's blatantly using something that shouldn't be. Oh wow, somebody else minted it.
Right here, report an issue right here.
Very cool.
Right? You are just bad.
Yeah.
All the bad things, right? So that's right here is in every collection. There's this exclamation point up here on the right. There's also this share button. Like you share, you hit that, and you don't want to use my referral code because you're going to use your YGG Guild referral code. But here's how this shows up, right? And then you can just send that off to wherever you want to send it, and build up your. We haven't talked enough about referrals. Let's go over to my referral tree, which I'm not active on Twitter, so I don't really have a place to build it up that much. But over here, I got 29 referrals, and I've already made 0.015 SOL from my referrals.
That's 1 mint.
Yeah, right. And you can see that a lot of people have just kind of come on, but not really done much yet. This one person's minted 21 times. Thanks, Crypto G. Appreciate you using my referral code. So we have that too. And I get 2% of my referral spending because I'm a verified creator. If I wasn't a verified creator, that would say 0.05.
And you'd be getting a whole heck of a lot less.
1/4. So by the way, fill out the form. And you can always say that Vero brings fun things for you when you do the live calls, because I do.
100%. So there you guys go. Again, we are almost at the top of the hour, and I think we've covered a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, I feel good about it. The things to remember: 1, get your referral code from your guild leader and use that. That's important for the prize for the contest next week, starting on Monday. 2, make sure you fill out the verified creator form before you ever go onto LastMint, and whatever wallet you want to use on LastMint, don't log in with it until you filled out the verified creator form. And then give us about 24 hours and it'll be all automated for you. You'll have your own referral code. It all gets set up, but it takes a hot minute for us to get that in place. So really the first step is fill out the verified creator form. Then get with your guild to make sure that you know what your referral link is. So the first time you go onto LastMint, you're using the right referral code, and then mint next week so that you can fight for that $500 prize and all the bragging rights on the leaderboard. And also, somebody's going to be the last minter. Somebody's going to get those gold mints. Somebody's going to do that and make collections so I can mint your collections.
I'm looking at you, Johnny. I want to see some fun meme collections with some varieties there.
That's right. And remember, we were just looking. I don't know. You're still sharing my screen?
I pulled it off for a second, but
okay.
Boom, there we go. Back up.
Just back to this one here. All these variants, right? You can have so much fun doing these variant mints where you have these different likelihoods of people getting them, and people will be like, I want that red one, and they'll just mint over and over and over again, try to get the red one. So have fun with that too.
Exactly. There's lots of opportunities here. Use other people's great ideas and use that inspiration in your own collection.
So this free mint, right? I just had to check in on it. This free mint, the reset timer is 30 minutes. It's down to basically 21 minutes right now. So I just wanted to check. If that was down to some really low number, you'd be seeing me minting again right here on the stream.
Well, it looks like Nacy and Greed are kind of having a little battle there, because you look at the timer. They literally went right after each other. So
they're not letting each other off the hook. This Mr. Boss person has been all over it too. So, there was me. That was earlier. So look at how many have minted just since we've been on the call. 3258 was the one I did while we were on the call earlier, and we're at 3297. So they're battling it out. They want that prize pool. How much is that worth? Let's see. If it's almost $500, of course they want it.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want $500?
That's guys, opportunity there because it's a free mint too. So if people have
Right.
some soul, anybody could jump in like right now for the YGG
Exactly.
fan.
Exactly. And make sure when you're filling out any LastMint stuff, you're using Solana wallets. We know YGG likes their Ethereum wallets, but we want you on the Solana wallet. That's how the system works. So be sure you got your Phantom or your Soulflare, whatever you use.
Yeah, but
And
trust me, gas is a lot cheaper on Solana.
oh my gosh, I had to do something for a friend of mine on Ethereum the other day. It cost $77 in gas. What?
Yeah. And
What?
that's not the worst of it. I've seen gas prices way worse. Gas is still reasonable right now.
Jeez Louise. So remember, what goodies did I bring you today? You can become a verified creator for free. Normally it costs you a whole Solana, which is something like $250 right now. No, no, no. I'm bringing it to you for free. When you fill out the verified creator form, just make sure you put your YGG guild name in the box where it says prove you paid us 1 Solana. You just put YGG guild name in there. So we know which guild you're with, and that's a gift from LastMint to all of you today. And that'll be, this weekend, of course, because this doesn't kick off until Monday. On Monday, start launching your collections and start minting, making sure you enter LastMint using your guild link so you get credit for that. And then be checking that YGG leaderboard at lastmint.fund/YGG to see who's going to battle it out for the $500 prize.
Who will be the top LastMint guild?
I can't wait to see what you guys do. And I'm excited to see who ends up being the last minter, because we're going to have at least one golden mint for you next week, which means a free mint. You only pay gas. So and it's Solana gas. So that's a whole thing.
Cheap. We're talking pennies versus
usually
dollars.
Solana gas is cheap. So yeah, and we're just so happy to have the opportunity to present LastMint to the YGG community. You guys are good friends of ours, and it's an amazing opportunity to collab again. We love working with you all.
Yeah, I'm seeing some friendly faces here in the Discord. Shout outs Mausama from NXS. Let's see if NSX or NFTX Street or any of our big guilds show up on time here. Or our boy Monchi, man, you missed the stream. What are you doing? Your tacos. But yeah, Veros, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for being such an amazing guest to explain. Not to knock any of the other guests that have come through our streams, but you bring the fire. You know what you're talking about. You bring the energy, and you bring the fun stuff. So thanks so much for joining us. I think Corey would be very, very proud. There was no need for him to show up today.
Oh, that's classic. That's classic. Well, thank you so much. Like we really like working with all of you, and it's great that we get to continue these collabs, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a time to see what happens next week and see who's battling it out. I want to see our top mentors on the leaderboards there. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be our traditional whales, or is it going to be a new face?
I'm excited to see, and I'm excited to see, I tried to give some ideas about creative ways to incentivize people and things to think about as you set everything up. So I want to see you all stretch your creativity muscles next week.
I'm gonna get a verified creator, and I don't know, maybe I'll team up with AC and we'll do like a taco.
Nice.
A taco mint. Have various tacos, rare tacos for the community, and who knows, maybe the last minter will get a bonus amount of taco points credited to their account.
Now see how much more fun that is to be like, all right, this is an official YGG collection, and because it's an official YGG collection, we can put special rules on where bonus taco points.
I'm allowed to give out taco points. I'm in charge of it here at YGG. And
well, if you need to brainstorm about that, or if you want, Corey and I to help you with that, to make sure that we take advantage of that idea, because I think that's an exciting idea. Let's do it.
Let's run with it. Yeah, okay. I was like, maybe we'll use our mascot QB, but I think taco's a little bit up our alley because I know I'm in charge of that. So I don't need perms necessarily for it.
I love that. I love that totally. All right. Well, you just let me know if I can help you set up any of the details on that, and let's go, YGG. Let's do this thing.
Let's get it going. Well, again, Vera, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you next
too.
week for
All right.
some LastMint.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Cheers, guys, and we'll see you on LastMint next week.